Hey everyone, Kerry Waldy here with Keeping It Real Life, and today's topic, abortion.
Now go!
Now, abortion has been in the news recently with the passage of the law in New York, and I recognize it is an issue that is fraught with emotion. Some people have gone through the pain and the loss of an event like this, but what I want to do is try to bring clarity to the question and clarity to the debate, because it really comes down to one question. Now, humans are really good at creating all kinds of contortions and peripheral questions and scenarios, and we know this about humans, is that we have the ability to rationalize what the human heart desires. But I want to bring clarity to it because it does come down to really one question. So imagine, if you would, and it will take a little bit of an imagination. I'm not that handy, but it can happen. Imagine I'm in the garage working on a car. And one of my sons, I've raised 2 sons and 2 daughters, and it seems like the sons have had more destructive impulses in their life. And imagine one of these sons coming in, and my head is deep in the underneath the hood of a car, and he says, "Daddy, can I kill this?" Well, I can't answer that question before I have an answer to another question. And the question would be, son, what is it? What do you have? Do you have a spider? Do you have a grasshopper, a snake, a bunny, your sister? What is it that you have? And that really is the core of the abortion debate. What is it in the womb? If it's human, then that's the basis of all human rights. We know that human rights declare you don't kill innocent humans. And so we have to answer, what is it? Now, what we'll do is, even the postmodern mind that decries the use of language to describe reality in a precise way, they'll get very precise in their language when they're talking about this. They'll say, well, it's really not a human, it's not a person yet, it's a fetus. Well, a fetus is a stage of life. It's not a descriptor of a kind of organism. And so when you look at a fetus and you look at that descriptor, it's a stage. It's a fetal what? Is it a fetal cat? Is it a fetal pig? Is it a fetal human? And so it's not really a descriptor of an organism. And so you can't use that word to answer the question, what is it? And then one website said that abortion is the removal of a pregnancy. Well, a pregnancy is not a descriptor of an organism either. It's a descriptor of a state. You are pregnant. When you become pregnant, you enter into a state of pregnancy. And so if you say, I'm going to remove the pregnancy, you're removing something that makes you pregnant. And you still have to ask, what is it? What is it that's making you pregnant? Now, when you talk to women who are pregnant, you kind of have to tread lightly, and I never recommend asking a woman when she's due. But if you do work up the courage to ask an obviously pregnant woman, what is she having? Or if they know what they're having, and they may tell you, or they may be coy and they're waiting for a big reveal video or something of that sort. But when they say, and when they answer usually boy or girl. And we don't intuitively answer back, a boy or girl what? We know what it is. We know that human parents always have human children. We don't ask, is it a boy or girl cat? Is it a boy or girl puppy? What is it that you're having? So pregnancy is a state of being. It is not a descriptor of an organism. And the question comes down to, what is it? If it's human, then it has human rights. It's very similar to the civil rights issue. 1968, we saw the sanitation worker strike in Memphis because there were 2 men who were killed on the job due to poor working conditions. And Reverend James Lawson was one of the chief spokesmen for the strike. And he said that racism comes down to denying that a man is a man. In fact, a big part of that strike, the workers wore signs and lifted signs that said, I am a man. And if they're a man, then they have human rights. If it's not a human in the womb, then no justification is necessary. But if it is a human, then no justification is adequate. Let's keep it real. I'm Kerry Waldy, signing off. Godspeed.
Now go! Yeah.